Good, whatever time of day it is you happen to be listening. This is the P&A Podcast Express, coming to you live from the Palm Street studio. Adam Phil here with you as always. Sitting across from us here in the studio is Junior and JTK, both featured guests. They've been working on that all night. I told that thing to stop.
I was going to say, so the intro was actually the song played for about 40 seconds on the recording before we came in. That's probably almost a record.
Yeah.
People are probably like, are these assholes ever going to say anything? And then they're like, no, wait, it's better this way.
Yeah, don't say anything.
Don't ruin it for everybody. How's everybody doing?
That'll be the most popular 40 seconds we've ever had.
Right. We're gonna chart in 2 more countries now. I got to tighten my shit up over here.
Yeah, do that. Oh, I forgot to tell you, too. When you're on mute, for some reason, it adds extra gain to the mic. So you might want to put them back kind of where they were at. I don't know why it does that, but it's just a thing that it does.
Okay, how we doing? There we go.
That seems better.
We'll touch them. There we go.
I'm afraid to touch my microphone right now.
I know. You should. Yeah. I haven't yelled at you for it. I've yelled at guests before for touch. I'm like, stop touching my goddamn microphone.
Thank you. It's usually me.
Well, don't yell at me.
No, you're good. You're good for now.
Oh, man, we forgot their pop screens. We're going to have to listen to their heavy breathing all night.
They're downstairs. Oh, Jesus.
Well, it's better than you're crunching in the microphone.
Better to hear what?
It's better than you're crunching into the microphone. Yeah, that.
Well, that was last night when we were in.
That was Christmas ale night, as I
how was
recall.
that?
Oh, yeah.
It was good. We had a good recording last night. You'll hear it on Thursday night, and it was a lot of fun. We were over at Eric Van Landing Hams. We were over at his Tiki Bar recording last night. We had a couple of members of the band Infamous Quick, and it was a good time. We had a really good time. I don't want to talk about it.
Sounds like a rough night.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell us a little bit more. Someone with something Crown Apple?
it wasn't Crown Apple. So Eric has said that Crown Apple, he's in a being more economical and thrifty mood. So he found that Black Velvet Apple is half the price or less.
Tastes probably just
And honestly, it's
About
good.
a third of the price.
About a third, and it's good. It is good.
solid.
It is really good.
However, herein lies the problem. We kept having a few, and next thing you know, that bottle gets to that point of no man's land, and
Sure.
he said the magic words, well, we might as well finish it.
You fell for that again, didn't you?
Right.
And they did.
Big old fifth gallon.
Well, I was involved
just
in
the
that
fifth.
as well. But
So last night's podcast, which will air on Thursday night, we'll release it. It's a whopper of a 2-hour episode for all you folks out there.
Holy crap.
And by the end of it,
Can't wait to hear.
yeah.
I've been worse though. Even Eric said that. He's like, "You're normally a lot worse when you leave my house," and he felt defeated.
Did you work today?
I did. I made it
Good
to
for
work this
you.
morning. I'm supposed to be there at 8. I made it there at 8:11.
Okay.
So that's pretty good.
That's good for Bill Nickel standards.
No, that is really good. Nobody's door checked me at my new job yet, so I don't worry about it. The only one time it happened, the boss texted me at about 8. No, most days I'm there between 8 and 8:15. The boss did text me and ask if I'm coming in. It was about 8:40 one morning. And I said, I was just about to call you. Yes, I'm on my way. And he's like, no problem. I'm like,
Awesome.
but I mean, there's been days where stuff comes up and I call and say, hey, I'm not going to be until 9. That's happened maybe about 4 or 5 times, and they're cool about it. But most days I try to be there within 8 to 8:05. Some days like this morning, I mean, I needed to hit snooze one extra time this morning.
There you go.
That's fair.
And when I was sitting in my desk this morning, I kept burping and it tasted like apples.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Can confirm.
So because by the time I got home and in bed and crawled in bed, it was about 1:30.
right.
So
Adam woke up with 6 containers of applesauce on your chest.
No.
No.
No. I'm sorry. I'm transferring something over to the computer here that I forgot to do prior. Well, it was trying to do an update. It was just being a pain in my rear end.
So what's new or exciting with you guys? Any gear grinds? Does anybody have any gear grinds?
Not really.
I actually don't have any gear grinds.
No gear
Not
grinds.
a gear grind, just a question.
Go ahead.
Why is it that like on some exits they have those little blue signs that have the mileage like for like establishments? Like you feel like if there's anything like over like 2 or 3 miles away, you might just not want to even put it on there because I'm probably not going to get off the highway anyway.
Right?
Like, just a question, not a gear grind.
Right.
Yeah,
Those question.
those confound me. I think
Yeah.
some of those, though, I think people can actually, or businesses can pay for those too.
Okay.
I believe they give them the option. You're like, do you want your business to be featured on one of these upcoming attraction signs? Because, the government needs more money. That's exactly what the government needs.
Right.
I would complain about construction, but I think Bump Cellular sucks.
Oh, God.
I just want to see Phil's face the second week in a row. They do suck.
Did you like my idea that one day? I'm like,
Yes.
You said you were going to call and give him a piece of your mind. I'm like, I'm just going to take the part of my rant from the podcast, set up the DJ equipment outside in front of their office.
Yes, we
Oh,
all
it played on repeat?
Yeah.
we did say that. Yeah, that was scary, actually. And we did say that we were all going to go out there and do the podcast in our Speedo.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, I'm here for it. Why not?
Yeah.
But now that I'm glad we didn't, because I heard that you might be getting a new gig in Sandusky, so that would not have been good for you.
yeah, it'll be all right.
All right.
It'll be all right. New side gig, not my main gig. My main
Side-
job.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. What happened again?
No. Job's going great. Everything's good.
Okay.
Love my current employers. They've been awesome to me. I have
You haven't worn the HR dunce cap yet?
not one single time.
No.
And this is honestly,
That's awesome.
this is honestly a record for me working any place since I've moved back here to the Thumb. I've been there for, get this, I've been there for 6 months, have not been talked to once, have not worn the HR dunce cap, and also have not applied for another job in this whole time.
There you go.
That's impressive.
Cheers.
Right?
I'll drink to that.
Right? Cheers. Now I'll go in tomorrow and they'll be like, yeah, it's just not working out.
Damn it. Shit.
We don't know what we were thinking.
Right?
It took us 6 months to figure this out, but we think we made a mistake.
Right. Yeah, it's just not working out.
It's not you, it's us.
Yeah, it's not you, it's us.
Right. Adam, the birthday blues over with?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really great party Saturday. Shocked the hell out of me to see all the
Yeah.
people that were there.
Awesome.
It was cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't make it.
Yeah,
That's
me
why
too-
we
me
kind of
too.
did it.
I know Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas
In
again.
July.
Yeah, it was my kids'
Which I
graduation.
hear neither of you are going to make it to Tuscola-Palooza this weekend.
Well, I hear neither. You're going to make it to Minden City this weekend.
No, I'll be at Minden City at some point.
Friday night?
Maybe, possibly.
I'll bartend Friday night, so please come.
All right.
Okay.
But JTK, I give you a valid excuse because I see how much work you put into that event, and I know that
Don't say anything, because you're going to regret it when I'm going to
I
tell
give you a valid excuse too.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you're going to tell me what your valid excuse
It's
is.
valid. He told me
I
already.
have another grad party for my cousin, and I have a funeral.
Oh, okay.
Those are valid.
All in
So
the
I
same.
stopped you.
Is it rolled into one event?
No, Saturday's the grad party, Sunday's the funeral.
Oh.
Unexpectedly.
Valid.
Yep. We had a solid weekend. We'll talk to Aiden a little bit later. We had his grad party.
You guys have no clue. Well, JTK, you were at Tuscola-Palooza last year, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that was awesome.
Oh my God! It is.
I am upset that I can't come to it. I really am.
And I am too, because I think Adam was talking to me. This might be the last year.
No, got confirmation last night that it's going to go on.
Okay, so then we got a chance.
So I can't wait to hear a year from now. Mark it on the calendars. We'll hear the excuse a year from now from everybody. So why they won't be there?
Same dates usually, always, right?
It'll be probably this third weekend in July.
Okay.
They're gonna keep it right around here. So
I'm going to
they-
mark
they-
it on the calendar right now.
They usually announce it like 6 months ahead of time.
Okay.
So
So did somebody buy the property?
nope, still the same owners. It's just the gentleman
the
that passed
family?
away that owned it wanted the family to keep moving along with it and keep
Awesome.
doing it. And they want to also, as well as the committee, because we talked to Eric Van Landingham last night. He's on one of the heads of the committee there for the Tuscola-Palooza board. And he said, yeah, they're going to continue because it is for charity. I can't stress that enough. It's a charity event. No one's making any profit off of this.
Wonderful.
I mean, people are getting paid for their services if they have like sound equipment, stages, stuff like that. That's natural.
Mm-hmm.
But anything that's made above once all the bills are paid, nobody's walking away with any money. It goes all to the Child Advocacy Center of Tuscola County.
Awesome. God bless.
Right.
That's awesome.
I think last year they were able to give them a donation of about $5,000.
Oh,
So
wow.
my God, that's cool.
Yeah.
yeah, you can't much beat that.
We see some wonderful bands.
Oh my God, we got to hear Infamous Quick with their tune-up session last night before we did the podcast. They sounded amazing, and I was telling Adam, I'm like, I've always wondered why we talked about some of the other bands that we see here and there, and I'm like, oh, they're all right, they're pretty good. And then you hear those guys like up close and personal like that, and you're like, holy crap. Some of these other bands around here, not even in IQ's league. Like, those guys they're so fucking good.
They come out and have a couple of Black Velvet apples with you.
They did. Yeah, they did.
Well, we had 3 of them on last night's show.
Yeah. We had Tony Edwards and we had Brad Krug.
Krug, yeah, Brad Krug and
Yep.
Eric Van Landingham.
Awesome.
So, really good time. Really
Those
good
guys
time.
are amazing. And it's fun because I didn't know any of these people before we started doing this podcast, and I've met them all through the podcast. We've become good friends. I talk to Brad all the time. Brad's an awesome dude. He's one of the most sarcastic, but one of the driest sense of humor person you'll ever meet in your life.
Very cool.
Yeah, you've got to pay attention to catch all Brad's humor.
Okay.
But it's like constant.
Right.
It doesn't really stop.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Plus, he's like a savant when it comes to anything for music sound equipment. Like, it's unreal. It's
Yeah.
unreal.
Gotcha.
He just pulls out his multiplier, grabs parts from 8 different things, and all of a sudden he'll just make something stupendous. And you're like, how did this happen?
He
He's the MacGyver of music.
years ago when Eric schooled me on a bunch of stuff with our PA system when I was in Dread Trip, he made the suggestion. He's like, you need to get Brad to run sound for you guys. I've talked to him. He'll do it. So we get a hold of Brad, and he brings all his stuff out, and I'm just like, holy cow, this is like, a 8-foot tall stack of speakers, and I'm just like, wow, this is like doing a concert. And then when we started playing, it was, I about fell over because it was by far the best we ever sounded. So anybody that ever thought we were good, we were only good because he made us sound good.
Totally cool. Totally cool.
So, and I know it's tough for him because the first couple of years they did Tuscaloosa, it still sounded great, but the sound people they had were not fantastic. The last couple of years they've had really good sound people in there. So he's able to relax a little bit, but what was it, 3 years ago, Brad and I are standing there listening to it, and we're hearing something in the PA, and I'm like, are you hearing that? He goes, yeah, it's driving me crazy. I just want to go over and kick that guy off off the board and get him out of there. But yeah, it's always a good time out there.
You critiqued everybody,
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
So yeah, it'll be a great time, and they're
And the weather's going to be decent, too, because last year it was hotter than ballsack.
yeah, it's gonna be like high 70s.
Perfect.
And
I think the worst one was 2 years ago, though. Was it
Yeah.
2 years ago? 2
That
years ago
was-
it was almost 100 degrees real feel. Last year was in the 90s. This year, although fuck John McMurray though. Every day he's like, it's supposed to, it'll be cooling off soon, and it never has. Like, if you listen to his forecast from 3 days ago, today was only supposed to be in the 70s.
I try not to.
And like now he's saying like he pitched. Everybody said tomorrow's supposed to be like 70 to 73 degrees. Today's like high tomorrow 77 to 81, and I'm like, what the fuck? Is it ever gonna cool off around here?
It is supposed to, I think, Thursday.
I stopped listening to his weather forecast because like a few weeks ago he was like, tomorrow's forecast, hot. The day after, hotter. Like, thanks, John.
That's why I listen
I
to
could have
Glenn.
done that one too,
I listen to Glenn.
yeah, if you're not listening to Glenn McNary,
Yeah.
I mean, he's right in there with the Storm God.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that video.
Drinking Budweiser.
Yeah, probably
Right
behind you.
Okay.
Drinking
Yeah,
Budweiser's taboo.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know we got the Glenn McNary Budweiser sign. We got to hang up for the Glenn McNary corner over there.
yep.
I've decided I'm going to dedicate that to him, and we're going to hang it probably in that corner right there.
Maybe we should call Glenn and have him give us a forecast for this weekend.
Yeah,
I can see if we can make that happen.
I think we should.
That'd be fantastic.
Glenn, can you give us a forecast for this weekend? We've got Tuscaloosa, we got the Minden City homecoming, we've got a funeral, we've got a graduation
grad
party. We won't want the weather to fuck up any of that shit.
My girlfriend's got a pool party this weekend that she's got to put on with her family. I mean, you got everything going on.
Right.
Fuck Minden City homecoming. I am so sick of that. It's a lot of work.
Right?
Well, and there's only like 5 other people that live in Minden City, and I bet you most of them don't help you.
Exactly.
Oh, what a crock.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do hear you do put a lot of work into it. Like, personally, you do.
I'm not saying one way or the other.
He's being
I heard
humble.
it too.
I'm just here so I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, so I watched the new Netflix series Receiver,
Oh,
like
we
quarterback.
Oh, I haven't seen that
we
yet.
just
Yeah.
started that.
Oh, I binge watched it like over the weekend.
We're on our second episode, and it's awesome.
Oh, I love it.
You guys
that-
seen Quarterback?
I have not.
Oh,
Jesus
man.
Christmas, where have you been?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, like the behind the scenes stuff, like it really just
Right.
you think they're a bunch of prima donnas, was like the shit they actually go through.
So I don't watch a ton of TV on my own anymore. So
And St. Brown is on receivers.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
It is.
and I love.
And
Yeah,
I have a new favorite tight end. It's Kittle.
yeah, George Kittle.
Well, wait a minute.
Kittle is awesome.
Yeah.
Junior knows tight ends.
Hey. No, but seriously, George Kittle is the man.
No, George
Like,
Kittle's
I
awesome.
was like, I used to like, okay, I can't stand you. It's like, okay, actually, I like this guy.
Phil Nickel, you would love to party with him. Once you see
Oh,
receiver.
yeah, he would rage.
You two would be.
I would party with
Oh.
Kittle.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
We
Yeah.
we'd be
Absolutely.
like peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What else they got? They got Jefferson. They got St. Brown. They got
Devontae
Kittle,
Adams.
Devontae,
And
Devonto.
And,
Yeah.
and Debo.
and Debo.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Well, real quick, I just wanted to, because we're getting a ways into this episode already. We are going to be coming up with our top 10
Top 10.
pro wrestlers that,
That's not this episode though, is it?
yeah, it's this episode.
What the?
I thought it was next episode.
Make like a hockey player and get the puck out
Jimmy
of here.
just asked me, and I told him first episode.
Shit. Okay.
Well,
So
I
this-
did.
okay.
That's what. We didn't discuss this in the pre-production meeting.
We did.
were
You just
talking-
didn't listen.
Yeah. If you get my text. Yeah.
Well, we better do it now because this fucking bullshit's going to take an hour because everybody's going, I got to miss.
Dude, I only know 10 wrestlers. What do you want from me?
Well, this is going to be cool because we're going to have the A-Dog call it, or we're going to call, actually the A-Dog's going to call Adam and the P&A podcast. But JTK is a little bit younger than me, you, and Adam over here. I have a Dirty D's list. Okay.
Okay.
Did someone get the Cookie Monsters?
Adam, did you get it in the?
He put it on Facebook. I'll have it up here.
Oh,
in a
okay.
minute.
Then. And then you had numerous fans out there that sent
Numerous submissions via Facebook. I think we probably had about a dozen of them. We can't read everybody's though.
So maybe we should pick one for each of us. Or?
Well,
I got
here's
Dirty D's.
here's okay. You got Dirty D's.
Yep.
I'll take a look and maybe I'll pick one listener at random.
Sure.
That's fair.
And then we were going to try something different too. A lot of the listeners out there, we're going to throw out some other top 10 lists.
You
that
guys,
we're-
you guys are assholes, by the way.
I really don't have this in any
Why is that?
particular.
I don't know. I just felt like reminding you,
Oh, thank you.
Well, then you probably
I have not been reminded of that today.
right?
But you and Lord Adam were talking about saying a lot of our fans were throwing out some dozens and dozens of top 10 lists that we should do. And maybe we should pick one of our lucky.
Let's pick one
Oh,
tonight
I
so we
don't,
have a
I don't
week
know
to prepare.
if they're that forward
I'm out
thinking.
of beer.
Hang on, I got you.
Was that
might as
correct?
well-
Am I correct on that line? Though?
Yeah, you might as well grab me two, please, JTK. I appreciate it.
Yeah, grab me one too, sir.
You're off my asshole list now.
Wow.
That's all it takes, brother.
How about pizza?
I haven't had any yet. When I have some, you'll be off the asshole list.
Is this Paul or Phil?
TBD. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. No, not right now.
I
Have one.
will probably have another piece when we go to in during break.
Okay. Yeah, we did a breakfast pizza.
So where the hell are? Yeah.
Oh, there's other pizza here too. Yeah, I'm
we
gonna
got
be getting some of that.
Sir Philip got some more hot and readies. Get Zap Packs.
Adam picked those up. There's plenty of Zap
Adam.
Packs up there on the shelf.
Zap Packs.
Feel free to use all the Zap Packs you want. I've got more in the pantry down below.
And holler out to Sitco, the Browns Pizzeria in Sitco.
I knew I should have bought
In
stock.
Deckerville, Michigan.
So I'm actually going to read one of our top fans list. Dan Cordemelia submitted his list. I'll read his off as part of,
Sure.
yes.
Adam, do you want to pick one or no?
I think just let
I-
Adam produce and do
Yeah,
his thing.
let me just do this part and concentrate on mine. That'll be That'll be more than enough.
I was going to throw one little wrench in here, okay?
All right.
Just for us four. I want everybody to guess who you think every one of us top wrestler is.
Like right now?
Nope, just before
Just
when
before
we're
we
going
do-
into the number one.
Okay.
Can we do
Yeah,
that?
you won't guess mine.
I don't even.
I bet you I will, and
I don't have an.
if I don't, I want to tell you who I thought you chose because me and Silent S talked about it on the way here.
Yeah, you won't guess it.
Okay,
So are we starting this or what?
let's start
Let's
it.
start it.
Can we call up A-Dog too?
Yeah, tell him to give me a call.
So JTK's got his list. Junior, you have your list as well as Dirty D's.
Yep.
A-Dog's got his list. Adam had his. I have mine, and also I'm reading listener submission Dan Cortemilla's list. Former coworker of mine at a place that I got called into HR quite a bit.
That shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna guess A-Dog's number one, and I swear to God on my,
You're going to nail it?
I should nail it. His number one.
Nailed
And he
it.
said, okay, right away, he's calling. So who do
I,
you want to start with, Phil?
We can start with my list. All right.
Go for it.
Okay, we'll go this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start here and we'll go.
Number 10, Phil.
Number 10 on Phil's list. Number 10.
Number 10.
Favorite professional wrestlers of all times? The Macho Man, Randy Savage. Number 10.
Number 10.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right.
Number 10. Dan Cortemilla's list, number 10.
Sure.
I've never heard of Bill Mulkey and Randy Mulkey. Have you? They're a tag team, apparently.
Yeah, that kind of, I've heard of them, but
That's old
Yeah.
school,
I didn't
but
do-
Dan says that's his number 10, the Mulkeys.
My number 10, Hacksaw Jim Duggett.
Whoa!
Nobody's done more with their wood than he did.
More with his wood.
You are on the air, sir. Go ahead and tell us your number 10.
Oh,
What's up, A-Dog?
what's up?
Got your list all prepared?
I do.
All right, we're on number 10. Go with your number 10.
The Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Very
Oh.
nice.
Now, see, I would never expect him to pick the Ultimate Warrior. Okay,
Really?
go ahead. Adam.
Adam,
Erie did his.
Oh, I'm
Alright.
sorry.
JTK.
I will go John Cena as my number 10. I love his intro music.
All right.
Can't complain about that.
He's an honorable mention for me. I'm going to put that out there.
I love the intro.
I have 4 honorable mentions, and if anybody else mentions them, I'm going to say who they are. But
Yep.
so feel free, you guys. But John Cena's on my honorable mention.
All right. Number 10 for me. This is where I started out in wrestling. The big man, Andre the Giant.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
This is where I started watching wrestling.
That's I get it. That's when you inserted yourself.
Yep.
Just like he would his thumb up. Never mind.
You son of a gun. Aiden, don't listen to Phil.
Checking the oil.
Never.
All right. So my number 9. We're up to number 9 on Phil's list. Rey Mysterio.
Nice pick.
Love Rey Mysterio. Just watching the dynamics of him in his matches. Always a thrill, man.
Rey Mysterio Jr.?
Yes.
Okay.
I did have the junior on here.
Awesome
Rey
wrestler.
Mysterio Jr.
Great wrestler.
I
Big
know.
family he comes from, too.
Right. And it's just watch the moves, man.
Yes.
It's crazy.
He is crazy.
Definitely. All right. Dan Cortemilla's list. Harley Race was his number 9.
Very solid.
Classic.
Classic old school wrestler.
So my number 9, Big Papa Pump. Not just because he was he
Michigan grad?
was a Michigan grad. He wrestled at the University of Michigan
Steiner.
collegiately, and he graduated from Bay City Western High School.
Nice.
Really?
I did not know
his-
that one.
His last name is, and he was a multi-time state champ here in the U.S. or here in Michigan in high school wrestling. His brother as well, and his real last name is Rex Steiner.
Yes.
Yes.
And when you go into Bay City Western's gym, they've got 2 big banners up of him and his brother.
They I did not know that part, but they just had it on A&E, the Legends of WWE, and the Steiner brothers were both on that last episode.
So I had an interesting sidebar. When I was in college, obviously it was the Attitude Era and wrestling was huge, so we watched it incessantly. But he had a move called the Steiner Recliner.
Yeah.
And I had a professor named Professor Schlein, so I always said he's gonna if you don't watch out, he's gonna put you in the Schleiner recliner.
Yes.
And he had no idea what that meant. He was this big time like German dude, like straight from Germany. He's like, I don't understand the kids anymore.
So I had a wrestler that wrestled for me. His last name was Steinkoff. We called him Steiny. And this was during that era, and he had a move that he called the Steiny Recliny.
That wasn't the guy that pulled that senior prank on your coach, right? The other coach? Okay.
No.
The Steiny reclining. All right. JTK, what do you have for number 9?
I have Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Very nice.
God.
Well, I think we skipped over A-Dog.
I think we did too, actually.
Yeah, we did. Sorry. That's
Did you do
my
number
bad.
9?
A-Dog, what's your number 9?
My number 9's Triple H.
Triple H.
Solid pick. And awesome. And I have to go back too because we skipped Dirty D. His number 10 was Rey Mysterio Jr.
Nice.
And number 9 for Dirty D, Sting.
Sting's one of my honorable mentions.
Yes.
Because that was great because you could watch him on Saturday mornings because he was always never in the WWF back in the day, they
Right.
called it.
The
And so
WW
he'd be the
or
biggest.
WCW.
He'd be the biggest name on the Saturday morning show that they'd have on.
Sure. And then when when the NWO formed,
Yeah.
and then he kind of blew out. He was kind of like the Crow, right? Mm-hmm. Awesome. I liked him better than when he was, but he was awesome though in WCW, was it?
Yes.
Yes. All right, my number 9. It was a passing of the torch for my number 10 from Andre the Giant. My number 9's Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan, and that's when we were talking about going to WrestleMania 3. He was the biggest popular.
I get that.
Take your
So-
vitamins.
So
you know what?
personally, I'm not a big Hulk Hogan fan, but I will give him this. He single-handedly revived wrestling and saved
Sure.
it.
Yep.
For sure.
Absolutely. You can go into a store and not see a memorabilia of not, Hulk Hogan shirts, Hulk Hogan foam fingers, everything. Headbands. You know what? Take your vitamins, kids. Say your prayers.
Right?
I am a real American.
He is a real American. All right, so we're moving on to number 8 from my list. Number 8, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Woo!
That's right. Number 8 on my list. Number 8 on Dan Cortemelia's list, Nikita Koloff.
He's going real old school.
He has. His list is. He gets a little more contemporary and new as we go on here, but I like the list so far. We're on number 8, I guess.
And
Go
if you're
ahead.
a big wrestling fan, did you know Nikita Koloff was not Russian at all?
Really?
He's from Minnesota.
He's from close enough.
Yes.
He's from
Did
Minnesota.
a great job, though.
Oh boy! All right, Adam. It looks like we're to you for number 8, and then we go to A-Dog.
So my number 8 is a little unconventional, but she didn't wrestle, but she was the best manager that has ever been in the WWE, WWF, and that is Miss Elizabeth. God
Solid.
rest her soul.
Yes, solid. Married to the Macho Man. Poffo.
Yep.
Randy Poffo.
Yes.
There you go. I'll allow it.
I'll allow it too.
All right, A-Dog. What do you have for number 8?
My number 8's Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. Very nice.
Brock Lesnar.
Just a
Solid
freak
pick.
of nature,
He
too.
was a freak.
Yeah. Jeez.
What university did he go to?
Minnesota.
It was
Minnesota
Minnesota, yeah. University of Minnesota.
Yes.
Minnesota.
Right. So I guess we're to JTK now for number 8.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Very nice. Very nice.
Number 8 for Dirty D was Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Giving the
Nice.
love to
Yeah.
Hacksaw.
He's got a great list here. Wait till you hear it. My number 8, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
The best there was. What did he say always? The best there is, the best there was, the best,
Best there ever will be. Yes.
Great tag team partner Jim the Anvil Neidhart also. Mm-hmm. All right, now we're on number 7.
Number
His brother made a splash.
Oh,
I knew that.
too soon.
Sorry.
Too soon. Okay. Number 7 on Phil's list over here, Andre the Giant. Number 7, Andre the Giant on my list.
Gotcha.
Dan Cortemelia's list over here, number 7, Dusty Rhodes.
Ooh, the
Nice.
American Dream.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
So I brought out somebody who not only, and this was kind of a tie for me because these guys were not only great athletes but also had to train animals, and that is Jake the Snake Roberts and Coco Beware.
Coco Beware. Nice.
Solid. I totally forgot about Coco Beware.
Hell yeah,
What was the name of his bird? Go. Oh, Frankie.
yeah.
Frankie was the name of his bird?
Yes.
What
Came
was
out-
it? What was his walkout song?
That would be The Time.
Yes.
Doing the bird.
That is correct.
Boom.
That's beautiful. All right, so
We're at number 7.
we didn't get it. Did we get A-Dog's number 7?
Not yet.
Nope. 7
All
number A-Dog.
My number 7's Batista.
Batista.
You know, I never liked Batista until the Guardians movies came out.
Yep.
I swear to God, I
You
did.
think that wrestling really made him, or did that movie make him?
I didn't find him likable until he was in those movies.
Sure.
But then I look back, I'm like, you know what? He was never so bad. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and he was also did a lot of like not UFC, but a lot of Pride and things like
Sure.
that, MMA,
Right.
and it was pretty dominant in that too. I mean, but
A-Dog's a really big fan of the MMA, UFC. Just to let you know.
I am.
it's good stuff.
I have the Undertaker at number 7.
Number 7 for JTK, The Undertaker.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm going to say my number 7 first before Dirty D. 7, The Undertaker.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you right now.
Did we just become friends?
Did we just become best friends?
We just became best friends.
Right. I'm telling you, right. Undertaker, great storyline and everything. You know, great entertainment.
Right.
Big Brother Kane, Paul Bears is a manager. Just awesome.
No, just fantastic. Hey,
was-
he's coming up on my list, so don't worry
He was
about it,
like
man.
22 or 23.
Okay, so it wasn't too low, is what you're saying.
No.
He was 23 and 0 in WrestleMania, I think.
Yeah.
Am I correct, A-Dog?
I think so.
I
He
think
finally
so.
got defeated, didn't he, at WrestleMania this couple of years, like a year or two
I
ago?
don't even know.
Yeah.
Who was that too?
Roman Reigns, I think.
Yep, it was
Okay.
Roman Reigns.
Number 7 on the Dirty D's list is Jake the Snake Roberts.
Very awesome.
I forgot about him and all that.
Yeah.
All right, we're rounding bases to number 6. Number 6 on my list, The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Number 6.
Number 6 on mine is the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
Andre.
So we got Dan Cormier is number 6, The Undertaker.
The Undertaker flips.
So there you go. A-Dog, what's your number 6, buddy?
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Step into a Slim Jim.
Only if they're nacho, Frito nacho or chili cheese
chili
nacho.
cheese, yeah.
Do we have any of those in studio?
I don't. I forgot to pick some up. But hey, I might have a lead on a whole box of them for us to have up in here. I might just get a box of them and plant them up on the shelf. Yeah.
A lead.
There you go, JTK. We're to number 6 to you, buddy.
I have Eddie Guerrero as number 6.
Nice pick.
Eddie Guerrero, definitely a legend. Definitely a legend.
Underrated, I feel like, but he was just
Right.
very easily relatable.
Raise your glass. Rest in peace, Eddie.
You got it.
And Andre and everybody else, Randy. Everybody.
Ultimate Warrior on that list too. Rest in peace, buddy.
Number 6. Sir Philip, The Rock
Nice.
Jr. Love The Rock.
Beautiful.
That's when I first started.
Yeah.
You'll see my later picks. The Rock made me come back to wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, from the olden days. And when me and Adam were talking about when I went to WrestleMania 3, we were on the opposite side of each other. We found out yesterday. Me and
Yep.
we found out.
Yeah.
But anyways,
So the thing about The Rock too is I've never seen a wrestler be able to alternate between sides, between being a heel and a
Yes.
face, better than The Rock.
Yes.
In any of the wrestling I've ever seen.
But then also have a completely different persona outside of
sure.
the ring.
And he had,
Yeah.
and anybody didn't know it out there, he had a legendary dad.
Yeah.
And his auntie, I believe, was a big promoter out in Hawaii.
Yep.
I forget her name, but Rocky Johnson was his dad's name.
Mm-hmm. So what did Dirty D have for number 6?
D, we haven't heard it, I don't think. Number 6, Sergeant Slaughter,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Legend. Definitely
Yes.
a legend.
USA,
His nemesis, the Iron Sheik.
the Iron Sheik. when they were fighting in Iraq
Yeah.
at that time. It's classic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Vince McMahon, he's
He was
great.
on it. He knew what he was doing.
Yes.
So all right, I think we're to the top 5
Top
now.
5.
This is moving along a little quicker than I thought.
Yeah.
Number 5 on my list, Phil's list here, Roddy Piper.
Oh, nice.
Number 5. All right, Dan Cormilla's list, number 5, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Solid.
My number 5, and only because I feel like he kind of changed how wrestling was, and because he was not a tremendous wrestler, was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably one of the worst, like, actual wrestling. I mean,
Kind of a stiff, actually, but
yeah, when your big move is to just drop the back of your knee on somebody's chest, there was nothing really athletic about that. You fall
Right.
down.
So the only problem I
But-
have, and it wasn't with him, it was probably the writers, the whole how just simply by hulking up, he became invincible for a moment, kind of like grabbing
Sure.
a star in Super Mario Brothers.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
He was in a famous, or not a famous, but he was in a big rock and roll band back. It wasn't popular, but that's how he got founded.
Really? That's how they found him?
They founded him in a band
Huh.
because he was enormous.
Well, yeah.
And then someone asked him to wrestle, and the rest is history.
Well, there we go. So I think we're number 5 to A-Dog.
My number 5 is Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Nice.
There we go.
All right.
You
Good
guys are
choice.
vibing over here, man.
Yes.
JTK, what do you have for us?
Wait for it. Well, who else?
God, I can't. Who is it? I forget.
Randy Savage.
It is.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't know. You can't go wrong with that.
No. The Macho Man, he's on my list.
He's solid. And what was that?
What's that?
That was number 5?
Yeah.
Number 5, yeah.
We had number 7, The Undertaker together?
Yes.
And my number 5 is.
Shut the front
Oh,
door.
yeah.
The Macho
Randy
Man.
Macho Man Savage.
Guys, we might
You know
switch
what?
seats. This is getting weird over here.
Right? Freaky Friday over
Yeah.
there.
He played his role. Everybody used to say, which his cousin or his brother was Leaping Lanny Poffo.
Yeah.
You guys knew that, right? But Macho Man, he did that behind closed doors. The whole voice. It was kind of like, what's his name? Gold Cat?
Bobcat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, solid pick. Macho Man is awesome.
Heck yeah.
And number 5 for the Dirty D was Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon.
Solid. And he was on my honorable mention.
He was on my honorable mention also. The toothpick throw.
That's NWO made him. That's
Right.
when Razor Ramon really made him. I think, and he got a haircut because he had like all these curls, and he had just his name was Scott. Scott. Do you remember?
It was Scott Hall, wasn't
Scott
it?
Hall.
Yeah.
Scott Hall. And when he changed his name to Razor Ramon,
Yeah.
that's when his stock just raised.
Just
And then he went back to Scott Hall.
yes, when he was in the NWO.
Yeah.
so. All right. So we're to number 4.
Yep.
My number 4, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Solid.
Loved watching him wrestle. Still do. Love the attitude. Love the Montreal screw job.
Yep.
Everything about it, man.
That was
Just
a true
love
story,
it.
too.
Him and Vince McMahon hated each other for years and years and years for good reason.
Yes.
So there we go. And then, of course, it didn't help when Owen died either.
Nope.
So
Thank
he,
you.
of course,
No.
blamed Vince too. Owen was deathly afraid of heights too.
And he made him do it, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't make him, but.
Doesn't it ever feel like Vince McMahon's like never gonna die?
Well, there's a series called The 9 Lives of Vince McMahon
Oh man, oh man.
on A&E too.
All right. So on Dan's list here, number 4, The Rock on Dan Cormedia's list.
Okay.
Good pick, solid. Adam, what do you have for number 4?
Oh, why is that so quiet? That was supposed to be better.
What, that burp?
No, I had this, but I don't know why it's quiet. Oh well. Anyway, I have Ric Flair.
Right on.
Oh. Awesome pick.
So we're at number 4 for A-Dog.
Number 4.
The Undertaker.
Nice.
Solid pick.
Okay.
Great. I thought this would totally be different, especially with Aiden and JTK.
Stay tuned for my number 3 then.
Right. And Aiden, I don't know if you know, but I'm going to pick your number 1 before you say it, what I think it's going to be. All right. And then we're all doing it the same for each of us. All right. Go ahead. Number 4.
Adam, oh shit, I didn't do it. Dang it.
What are you doing over there?
Hold on.
You're not adding any production value.
Do I ever?
You got Thumb Cellular?
you must have Thumb Cellular.
There you go.
There. Okay,
Ric
that's better.
Flair is your number 4?
Yes, sir.
You got it.
Solid.
Phil, do I ever add production value? Let's be honest.
Yeah, you do once in a while.
Okay, once in a while.
All right, so now to you there, Junior.
My number 4 was Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think he's solid. He made me come back to wrestling and watching it again in the 2000s.
He made it interesting for
He
sure.
did.
I mixed mine up. I apologize. I don't know how to read.
I remember my first beer.
Okay, go ahead.
Hulk Hogan actually was number 4 for me.
Okay.
Ric Flair was number 3.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. We jumped the gun there, but that's okay.
I'm
Jump
sorry.
the
I'm
gun.
sorry. I got excited because when Adam said that, I got
He said, "Woo!" So, round in the horn. Did you give Dirty D's?
Dirty D's was The Undertaker.
Number 4. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Number 3 for Phil, The Undertaker.
okay.
Yeah.
Dude, just a
Wait,
legend.
Did A-Dog pick The Undertaker too?
Yeah, his was
Yeah,
number.
but- And number 4 also?
Yeah.
We have a 3-way here?
Well, I did 3 for number. I did 3 for The Undertaker.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Undertaker's my number 3.
Yep.
A-Dog, Dirty D is Dylan.
My number 3 is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Solid.
We got Dan's list here. Now his number 3, Andre the Giant. Now to Adam. What is your number 3?
My number 3 is a 3-time national champion, 2-time
Know who it is.
junior college champion, 1-time runner-up, and then 1-time NCAA champion, UFC champion Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Even though he's had some bad press in the last couple of years, the guy is just a freak beast. And if you've ever watched any videos about the workouts he did up there in Minnesota, absolutely insane. It's all farm boy strength.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, those shoulders are just tremendous.
Oh,
yeah.
Can you just imagine this is who you're wrestling next.
Right.
Especially being he was that size in college.
Well,
Wasn't he?
when you go and look at his
Okay.
matches in the NCAA finals, he is so much bigger than the guy he wrestles. I mean, just massive compared to him.
Is there a super heavyweight in college?
No,
No.
285 is the weight limit.
Gotcha.
But
Yikes.
he pushed close to that,
Gotcha.
but with like 5% body fat.
Right.
All right, our number 3 was already given by JTK over there with Ric Flair, correct? Number 3 to you, Junior.
A-Dog is
Did-
number
we got
3?
A-Dog's number 3, didn't
Number
we?
3?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, we
Number
did.
3 for me is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes, very nice. You can't argue with that.
I'm telling you, and I'm gonna.
You got no argument for me.
He was a promoter too,
Right.
back in the day. He set up stuff that he knew that sold. He was an entertainer.
No, he
Bigger-
clearly.
not the best of shape, but he could move in the ring.
Yeah,
Awesome.
he really could.
Yeah, he was awesome. That was my number 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dirty D's was the Randy Macho Man Savage. Solid pick.
Very nice.
You loved him.
All right, so we're rounding the horn to number 2. I'm going to give Dan's number 2, Hulk Hogan, on Dan's list that I'm reading remotely that he submitted via Facebook, one of our top fans. My number 2, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right on.
Nice.
One of my favorite solid Stone Cold matches are when he fought Booker T.
So-
who was on my honorable mention.
Booker
in the
T's on
fucking-
my honorable mention,
in
too.
the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He was Stone Cold was purely an entertainer, man. He knew
Yeah.
exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was exactly what the Attitude Era needed.
Took him a long time to get.
It did.
He was going by his regular name, Steve Austin, and then when the 316, I think was
Yeah.
shirts.
Yeah.
Just then he
He's-
couldn't be touched.
He's the only man I've ever known in the history of existence to make jean shorts look cool.
Yeah.
That is true.
Brings a Coors Light tank beer truck in the goddamn arena.
Right?
Awesome.
Just does it. All right, so number 2, Adam, to you.
I have another 2-way tie.
Uh-oh.
Mick Foley and Mankind, and I truly believe that they were different people. That is my number 2.
He's on my. He was a tough son of a bitch,
Oh yeah.
and he was on my honorable mention.
So it's tough. This was a tough list to make.
It was.
Because now I've actually heard 1 or 2 that I'm like, oh man, I might have strongly. But I'd stand by my top 10 all day long.
Yeah, I do too.
A-Dog, to you for your number 2 favorite wrestler of all time.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Nice.
Can't go wrong with that.
I'm gonna throw a wrench at you guys.
All right.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Doink the clown.
I like it. I like it. We
And I
like
mostly-
wrenches.
and I mostly like it because I don't know. He just kind of went against the grain a little bit. That's
Oh, he
why I
was
liked
such
him.
when he was commentating and stuff. I mean, I don't remember him wrestling that much, but when he commentated, he was such an arrogant ass.
Yeah,
Right.
he was.
You know, and I can appreciate that.
And have that flamboyant look at also too with the feathers and everything.
Like I'm a badass, but here's my boa.
And when he
hold my
when he
boa.
was commentating with Bobby the Brainy Heenan. It was fucking hilarious.
Yep.
I loved it.
From a pure entertainment standpoint.
100%.
Yeah.
Right.
Not so much the wrestling.
No, and I totally
Like I said,
understand.
I had to throw a wrench in that one.
Junior, to you, buddy.
The Dirty Dog had number 2, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah. My number 2 was Woo! Woo!
Right there.
There you go. That's better than mine.
Better.
There you go.
Oh, he left you hanging. You should have went up for the high five. You guys have practiced that.
So now it's time for the number ones. The number ones.
And let's go around too, because I'm going to pick Aiden. So let's all think what. So who's up, Phil?
Yeah.
Will you do yours?
I'm going to do my number one now.
Right.
Who do you think I would pick at number one, my favorite wrestler of all
I
time?
think you picked Rowdy Piper.
He's already been on my list.
Yep, that's the one I would have picked for you.
Okay. Anybody else got any input?
I don't.
I will present my number one. And I didn't present them as separate entities like Adam did, but Mick Foley, my favorite of all time.
Really?
I loved watching him because just relentless in the ring, didn't give a crap. Plus, I know that outside of the ring, one of the finest human beings you'll ever encounter.
Absolutely.
So I heard he's gracious to everybody.
Sure.
Loves everyone, spends time with everybody. If you're a fan, he takes the time. He's the type that he won't quit signing autographs until the line is through.
Right.
And that's
God bless.
awesome. You don't see that a
what
whole lot anymore.
That's what it's all about, too.
Exactly. It's about the fans.
Yep.
Dan's number one, Ric Flair.
Woo!
Great pick there. Woo. All right, so now we got to go to Adam. What do you think Adam's number one is? Do you want to take a venture at this?
And I talked about this. This is off the board, okay? You say I never would guess your number one, right?
Yep.
I'd say it was your son, Anthony.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I didn't say that it was WWE wrestling.
You just said
But
favorite wrestlers.
I said that on the way here.
So,
did,
so
right.
one of
Your favorite wrestler.
one of the listener submissions actually had Adam on their list of favorite wrestlers.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very
Are we going to
ill-advised.
shout out that name? Who it was?
Let's see who it was. Let me scroll through here. Actually, it was Paul.
Okay.
Paul Nickel. Paul Nickel had Adam as his number, no particular order.
That's awesome.
So
Anybody-
Adam is on a list with such names as Ric Flair, Brock Lesnar, Macho Man, King Kong Bundy,
Not
Triple
the
H,
first time.
and Ultimate Warrior.
You turned some heads, didn't you?
Oh, I
It was the
all
way
right.
he wore his singlet.
Yeah. Backwards, usually.
Was that your senior playing break?
I was the only guy that had an assless singlet out there. So
Earmuffs, Aiden.
I had mine cut like chaps. So
right.
So we're ready for Adam's number one now, finally.
So my number one is a former great amateur wrestler, and that is Kurt Angle.
Okay.
The guy won a gold medal in the Olympics with a broken neck.
Yep.
Wrestled his final match. They told him, "Don't wrestle it. You could become paralyzed."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Fuck that! I'm never going to be able to wrestle a gold medal match again." Going out and wrestling, and he won it.
Yep.
Right.
And then goes on to have a great career in the WWA.
Broke his neck again into WWE,
Well,
too.
you know,
Didn't he?
yeah, it's habitual at this
Right.
point.
All right, so I guess we're to A-Dog, but you said, Junior, you could give us A-Dog's number one before he even could.
Absolutely. John Cena.
You got it.
So a quick story. So how many years ago? I want to say that Aiden was about 7 or 8 years old. All right, and for his birthday, we went. I bought Aiden a limo.
Okay.
It was just me and him.
Wait, you rented him a limo or?
I rented.
Oh,
a
I
limo.
was going to say you
Rented
bought
a
him. I'm
limo,
like, that's intense.
Bought him some nice where the wrestlers come out. We went to Joe Louis.
Okay.
When it was Joe Louis.
Yeah.
All right. So the cool thing about it is that I knew that was his favorite wrestler. He loved him. And so everybody in our rows were awesome, all the adults, because there was about 15, 16 adults, 16, 17, 20 children. The adults, when the wrestlers would come out, like I said, we were in handshaking distance where the wrestlers came out. The adults would get up and let all the kids go up to the
Right.
to the gate, which was a metal gate there. And when John Cena came out, I was in charge of the pictures. So I had one. I stood on a chair. A lady who was 90 years old and drinking a to all the bats also. Before what I'm telling you, let her grandkids go, and I was sitting there trying to get John Cena. Well, all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see him throw the towel landed on this 90-year-old lady's chair. I grabbed it, gave it to my son. The lady looked at me. I go, hey, my kid loves John Cena too. I'll buy you another beer. And she said, no, that's okay. I understand. But I caught John Cena's towel in midair.
No shit.
And Aiden still has it.
I was gonna say, you still have that, A-Dog?
I do.
That's awesome.
And we didn't plan and rehearse this, did we?
No.
All right.
All right. Well, that's a great number one there. I appreciate that. All right. So JTK now, Junior, continue your trying to guess number ones here.
See, this was the other
Or
wild
not
card.
guess number
Just
one.
like last.
Or not, yeah.
Well, that was a good pick for me, though, too. I was thinking outside the box.
You were.
Right? Well, this is the wild card, just like last week when we got, or for Father's Day when we got him drunk on Red Stag. He's a farmer, so I went Hillbilly Jim.
All right, JTK,
Please hold.
please.
Yes!
You got it on Pornhub?
Daniel Bryan.
Who?
Daniel Bryan.
Oh,
Yep,
he's a good wrestler.
he really is. That's a good pick. That's solid. He's very super popular. I really, so I have a void. I didn't really, those years of wrestling, I didn't see like CM Punk and those guys. I don't know much. Like everybody talks about The Miz. I know who he is, but I've never really seen him wrestle even. So
You know what? Now that you just said that, I totally forgot about him. He came a long way and won
Yeah.
an audition, like at a wrestling combine or whatever.
well, he was on the MTV Road Rules Challenge
Yes.
before.
And then he went into the
Yeah.
WWE warehouse or whatever, where they all, and he won an
Yeah.
audition, and look where he's a legend now.
He's actually one of, like, I was looking at total matches, and he's right up there in like the top 20 for total matches for his career.
Right.
Like number of total matches in
Right.
WWE history. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
All right, Junior, what's Dirty D have for us? And then we'll.
Dirty D, number one, the Ultimate Warrior.
Excellent.
Yes.
All right, so can we guess your number one now?
Sure.
I'm going to guess Roddy Piper. Did I get it?
Yes, you did.
Nailed
Oh,
it.
damn.
I got your number,
We
baby.
fucking talked about it. I knew that you would get it. But Roddy Piper,
Yeah.
what greatest heel.
You also refer to the Piper's Pit segments a lot because
Yes.
they were great. They were great.
They were the
which
best.
Yeah.
They were the best. I mean, he wrote down shit that he wanted to say. Like, he was amazing.
Yep.
He had the number one comebacks. He's fucking slapped Cyndi Lauper in the face, for fuck's sake. Or
Well-
no, it's Captain Lou Albano. He threw her golden album over his head. I mean, he was the best.
And
He was the
only somebody who is truly great at being a promoter and an entertainer
We'll get a terrible movie,
could be that ugly and have people think that he's a ladies' man.
right? Yeah.
So one of my favorite, besides his wrestling career, but post-wrestling career, his appearance on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fucking gets me every time.
See that?
Oh,
Yeah, he's a wrestler on that. It's fucking amazing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Awesome. Number one we gave number one to what was his name that you're reading?
Oh, yeah, it's for Dan. Yeah, I gave his number one is, I believe it was, I said it already.
Did you?
Yeah.
yeah. He,
Okay.
Ric Flair. Sorry, his number one was Ric
Yeah.
Flair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. The on It's Always Sunny, he was the maniac.
He was the maniac. I don't know. The maniac.
saw it.
The
I'm
maniac
gonna
loves
look
you.
it up.
Oh, boys, I'm sorry. The maniac loves you.
The maniac loves you.
This guy, I don't know. He's unhinged. He's just got a roll of barbed wire and a bucket of acorns in the back of his station wagon. What's he going to do with a bucket of acorns?
Awesome. I gotta
So
check that
That
out.
was my Charlie impression right
Just
there.
a couple of quick ones before we get out of here. Cookie had a couple on his list that none of us did. Junkyard Dog.
Had that. I was just gonna say honorable mention.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Awesome.
And then, of course, not only
Gretchen Wilson. Or Whitmer.
Gretchen Wilson on his
Whitmore.
list of it's not
No.
favorite mud wrestlers.
he had not only in his list one of his favorite wrestlers, but also this favorite wrestler's podcast.
This is WWE Hall of Famer Tito Santana And I want you to make sure to catch the latest episode of the P&A Podcast Express
That was real?
with Adam
Yes.
Wilkins and Paul Nickel. Oh, and one more thing. Make good choices.
What the fuck? I thought that was
Arriba!
fake.
No, that's
No.
I saw
real.
that text.
No, that's 100% real. Yeah.
Holy shit. Arriba!
So yeah, he had Tito Santana on there as well.
WWE Hall of
Hall of
Famer.
Famer.
And fan of the podcast.
I got fucking goosebumps, dude.
Yeah, well, you should.
Yeah, well, my only other one that I didn't say and that no one else said was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
So my other honorable mention that I didn't mention, and I love them to death. Once again, Attitude Era Deluxe, the Hardy Boys, Jeff and Matt as a tag team.
Well, the Road Warriors.
Road Warriors are right
Phenomenal.
there. I got Bruno Sammartino on mine too, like just back in the day, classic.
Yep.
So yeah,
Solid picks.
Yeah, my list was huge at one point.
I took the Road Warriors off because I thought we would do a tag team thing.
so
But
no, we could do that down the road too. We could do
Yeah.
tag teams. So all right, A-Dog, I want to ask your opinion. Whose list was the biggest piece of crap of everybody's you'd heard? You don't have to answer. I'm kidding, man. I'm just putting you on the spot. I think they were all good lists. What do you think?
solid.
I think they're solid.
I have to commend it. Aiden had a couple that were on the big boys list.
The big boys
I'm just
list.
saying I thought his would be, the
More
the
recent
younger-
wrestlers?
Yes.
Yeah, younger, yeah.
Hey, is Hannah right next to you? Can she give a shout out?
She
Say
is.
hi? Say hi to the P&A
Yeah.
Podcast Express.
Say hi, Hannah.
Hey.
What's up, Hannah? How are you? Hannah's
Good.
Aiden's lovely young lady friend.
Lady friend, I like it.
She's awesome.
Well, hi, Hannah.
All right, Aiden, thanks so much.
Of course.
Oh, you did a great job. Good list.
Thank you.
All right, love you, buddy.
Love you, Pops.
Bye.
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 Sorry about the hillbilly Jim.
You son of a bitch.
I was going to say Uncle Elmer.
I don't know which one's worse.
Don't go messing with a cunt. Hey, did any of you...
So Ashley,
I saw that.
AWP sent us, of course, her number one is The Rock.
Yeah.
Rock.
This is going to be fun. So,
Cookie did send us through that doc. He was always a big fan of Captain Lou Albano.
yeah, how is our audio? You got it straight this time? I haven't even looked.
Yeah, no, it's straight.
You made
It's
sure to
good.
check it?
Yeah.
On that note, guys, this episode flew by. We're almost at an hour. It's about time to get out of
We
here.
just crossed over an hour.
Yeah.
Thank
So-
you, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here, man.
Zoinks!
Jinkies.
Time for a Scooby snack and some pizza.
Oh, let me adjust something here.
Thank you, everybody who sent in lists, and feel free to comment with your list in the future if you haven't submitted it to us yet. We'll take a look at all of them. It's interesting to see everybody's perspective and who they enjoy as far as professional wrestlers. Come back, tune in next week. We'll have another list. Go ahead, Junior.
Big shout out to AWP, too, for putting out the list off social media, Facebook out there.
Yeah,
that
those
was a
are
wonderful
awesome.
job the last time.
Those are beautiful.
God bless. Awesome job, young lady.
Well, thank you, A-Dog, for calling in and indulging us with your list. Thank you, Dirty D, for submitting your list. Thank you, Cookie, for submitting yours. Dan, Paul, AWP for submitting your number one. Anybody that submitted your list, I'm not trying to slight you. I just don't have your names in front of me. Thank you very much. We looked at all of them. And this episode featuring two featured guests, JTK, John Crazier, as well as Junior. The featured guest, Adam Filkins, your producer extraordinaire, my co-host. Thanks as always. Great list, everybody. Enjoy the weekend. Tuscola-Palooza, Minden City. Go to those. You don't have to go to the funeral or the graduation open house. But the other ones, feel free to attend. And as always, make good choices.